Welcome to the CarlX Circulation Understanding the Holds Cue demonstration. This video will demonstrate the basics of the holds cue. Oftentimes we need to take a look at the holds cue to see how many of our patrons have holds on a title and to ensure we have enough copies to fill those holds. Or patrons may be curious to see where they are in the holds queue. Let's start by selecting the holds function under the circulation menu. Searching for your title. You can search by any number of ways for your title. The search options available to you are listed in the key drop-down menu. Today we are going to do a title browse for Invention of the Wings by Sue Monk Kidd. And we want to select back the book format. If you are following along, you may want to choose a different title that you know has a large holds list right now. Looking at the screen, we can see some important information immediately. We know there are currently 82 holds on this title. We also know there are 79 copies in the system. Of course, not all of them are going to fill holds for everyone because many libraries have them marked new in the location. The item listing is displayed in branch order by default. We can see that Fairport Library owns 9 copies. This item information list is sortable by any of the columns. Simply click on the column title to sort by that column. To view the holds queue for Invention of Wings, click on the Title Queue button. The title queue may take a moment to load depending on how big the queue is. This view gives you quite a bit of information. The number field. This indicates where a patron falls in the holds queue system-wide. This is the default sort order. It is important to note that even though a patron may be first on the list, they may not get the next item that is returned. For instance, the first patron on the list wants to pick up at Brighton. If the next book that is returned belongs to Fairport, it will fill a hold for pickup at Fairport before any other holds are filled. Any items that are new in the location will not fill holds outside of their owning library. Oftentimes, we will tell patrons their status system-wide, but will also indicate their status here at Fairport. So they may be 70th in the system, but they may be 2nd in the Fairport patron queue. The type of hold. There are 2 types of holds. Institution holds. This means the hold is placed at the title level. So, hypothetically, any item returned will fill that hold. When looking at the title queue, you will only see institutional holds. Patron ID and patron name are the next 2 fields. Date placed is the date the hold was placed. Pick up at location. This is where the item is to be held for the patron. Placed at will indicate where the item was placed. If you see a branch code like Pittsford or Penfield, the item would have been placed by a staff member. If you see CAT, the hold was placed through the Catalog Plus. LW indicates the hold was placed through Classic Catalog. Not needed after and suspended column. This indicates one of 2 things. The date the item is not needed after. If it is not filled by that date, it will be removed from the queue. Or if an item is suspended, it will be the date that the hold should become active. If the field says NA, the item will remain in the queue until it is filled or deleted. The last column is the exceptions column. It will be blank unless something has happened to the hold. Suspended. The hold is in a suspended status and will not be filled at this time. Override. The hold has been overridden by a staff member for one reason or another. The patron was placed back first in the queue. Inserted. This indicates that the hold has been inserted into the queue by a staff member or has been moved up in the queue by a staff member. The holds queue like other grids, is sortable by any of these columns. If you wanted to see how many patrons had holds for a pickup at your library, you would sort by the Pickup At column. If you were searching for a particular patron, you could sort by a patron name.